Shout out to Squarespace for sponsoring this update. Whether you need a domain, website, online store, whatever it is, make it with Squarespace. Get 10% off your first purchase when you go to squarespace.com/theknow. Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley. The beta for Black Ops 4's Blackout mode started yesterday for PlayStation 4, and the first impressions so far are actually pretty positive. The Battle Royale mode involves 80 players. For now, they have said that they may adjust that as they head towards launch. You can choose solo, duos, or 4-player teams. You're dropped into the map via a wingsuit, which lets you direct where you want to land. Then, of course, you gotta scavenge for weapons and armor, but since it is Black Ops, the high-value drops are guarded by zombies, which adds another layer of challenge. Polygon called the new mode exceptional and said, after just a few rounds of play, it's clear that the team is onto something special. VentureBeat said the mode is accessible and surprisingly easy to pick up and play, and CNET wrote, overall, I'm more impressed than I thought I would be. It was reasonable to expect a game with the Call of Duty name to have more polish than PUBG, but so far it's much more fun than anticipated. Xbox One will get the beta starting on Friday, PC will get an early access beta starting Friday, and an open beta on Saturday, and the beta ends for everyone Monday, September 17th. So you do have some time to check it out if you want to. If you've already beat Spider-Man and you're looking for a new challenge in the game, hey, don't worry, developer Insomniac Games has more in store for the future, and not just like DLC. In response to a fan on Twitter, Insomniac says there will be a New Game Plus mode for people who've beat the campaign. They added that they're working on it now and polishing it up. Of course, they've also got a 3-part DLC called The City That Never Sleeps coming. They've already announced some of those details. The first chapter is due out October 23rd, but if you don't want to wait, if you want to get more Spidey on, you will have the New Game Plus. It sounds like that may be coming sooner rather than later, although they haven't set an exact date yet. It looks like an extremely adult visual novel is coming to Steam soon after Valve relaxed its rules on what can be allowed on the platform. Darker Studios tweeted that its visual novel Negligee Love Stories will release Friday and will be 100% uncensored on Steam. Also called Negligee by my middle school self before I ever heard that word out loud. The game started on Kickstarter, and it's an erotic visual novel that follows 4 women and their trials and tribulations surrounding love and lust. So yeah, expect lots of nudity and sex and all that stuff. This green light from Valve comes after it announced it'll adopt a much more lenient approach to what kind of games it allows on Steam, and they've also incorporated more filters like adults only to let gamers filter out stuff they don't want to see. Recently, a lot of adult games were sort of like put on hold by Valve as they worked to add these features to Steam. Now they're here, and so are the games. A lot of the creative talent behind these Zero Escape and Danganronpa games have formed a brand new studio. It's called Tokyo Games, and we got more information about it in a live stream from Tokyo. The studio will be led by Danganronpa creator Kazutaka Kodaka, as well as Zero Escape creator Kotaro Uchikoshi. They'll also be joined by a number of veterans from the Danganronpa series. And the studio's already got 4 new projects underway. They've released some concept art and blurbs for each of them. No word on what prompted this particular defection from Spike Chunsoft or what it means for the future of the Zero Escape and Danganronpa franchises, but we will be keeping an eye on what the new studio has planned because it'll probably be dope. Reviews are in for Valkyria Chronicles 4, and so far they're pretty positive, so good news if you've been looking forward to it. The tactical war game currently has an 86 on Metacritic and 85 on OpenCritic. Critics praised the game for returning the franchise to its roots with a mix of tactical gameplay and beautiful watercolor-style graphics. You play as Claude Wallace, a soldier in the Second European War, and of course you got a bunch of friends along for the ride too. Critics called it a much-needed course correction for the franchise. Push Square wrote, "This is the game Valkyria Chronicles fans have been waiting for, and one that newcomers to the series should be equally excited for." Destructoid added, "Valkyria Chronicles 4 really is the sequel Valkyria Chronicles needed, and I have to say that I'm pleased that war has never looked more pleasant." The game releases on September 25th for PC, Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, so a little bit of a wait, but hey, there's still plenty of games to play in the meantime, I guess. This is going to be a busy month. We've got some new research that shows, again, how popular mobile games are, so if you thought that maybe they would go away, nope. MPD reports that 90% of gamers play on smartphones or tablets, followed by PC at 52% of gamers, and 43% of gamers play on some sort of console. The majority of gamers, that's 59%, play on multiple platforms, while 41% play on just one platform. As for how much time we're all spending on games, MPD says that on average people play 12 hours of games per week, which is about the same time they spend on other things like browsing the internet, listening to music, posting on social media. Wait, people spend 12 hours posting on social media a week? Oh my god, I'm so behind. The vast majority of Americans, that is more than 211 million people, do play some sort of video game, so y'all get mainstream. But a lot of that, keep in mind as well that there's a big difference between the sort of casual mobile gamer and core gamer, but hey, in the end, we're all playing video games of some kind. It looks like there may be some sort of Animal Crossing and Splatoon crossover in the works. The Animal Crossing UK Twitter account tweeted an image of a paint splatter gyroid and wrote, "Goodness, what's going on here? We're supposed to be getting a sneak peek at what's to come, but all I see are those bright colors. Something about this does look familiar. What could it be?" What could it be? This could mean something Splatoon-ish is coming to the mobile Animal Crossing Pocket Camp game based on hashtags, but we'll have to wait and see. I can tell you the crossover I would most like to see would be Animal Crossing and Switch. And I'm not gonna let that go. Fortnite has been dominating the video game world this year, and now maybe tabletop as well. Kind of. A special Fortnite edition of Monopoly is releasing on October 1st, and in honor of Fortnite, there are a few changes to the game. You get hit points instead of money for passing go, and the properties have been renamed for areas in the game like Dusty Depot and Tilted Towers. Epic Games creative director Donald Mustard tweeted a picture of the final art and game board, calling it so fun and such a unique spin on the classic game. Yeah, super different. This past weekend was the Creative Arts Emmys, which is like the Emmys, but without as many of the famous people. It's essentially for the technical side of the industry: production designers, casting directors, set decorators, costume designers, other below-the-line jobs that are absolutely crucial in creating the TV and movies that you love as the actors and directors, but generally not as glamorous. Anyway, history was made over the weekend. Glow won an award in the stunt coordinator category, which is so exciting because Glow's amazing and deserves every award ever. More specifically, Shauna Duggins won the award, making her the first female stunt coordinator to go home with an Emmy. She beat out Shameless, SNL, Cobra Kai, which is saying something, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Now, considering wrestling is the main focus of Glow, I mean, the W in the title, it's about right that Duggins would sweep the leg on its competition, but regardless, congratulations on the record-making win. I just want everyone to watch that show because it is so, I don't know, there's just something about it that makes you happy to watch, and it's good, and all the characters are really great, and they all get their time in the sun, and Marc Maron is like the most Marc Maron he's ever been. It's like this role was made for him. I could go on at length, but instead, I'll move on. One of the most disturbing mainstream horror movies of the 90s is, without question, Candyman. It's about the vengeful, hook-handed ghost who's become an urban legend. You remember, say his name 5 times in the mirror, he appears behind you, it's all very scary. Well, it looks like Candyman is coming back, and none other than Jordan Peele is going to be leading the production of a reboot. Peele's got all the clout in the world after Get Out was so good and made a ton of money. Bloody Disgusting broke the news saying Peele is actively developing the reboot and will for sure produce it. Still up in the air if he's going to direct it or not. This isn't the only genre property Peele's attached to, though. He's trying to get a new Twilight Zone show off the ground, which would also be pretty dope, and he is keeping very busy for sure. Regardless, really interested to see what he comes up with, because I enjoyed Get Out. It was a lot of fun. Well, maybe fun's not the right word for that, but I was entertained and anxious, which seemed to be the point. Anyway, that's all the news for this roundup. Let us know what you think of all these updates in the comments down below to make sure you get all the crazy news from every corner of the internet every weekday. Like this video, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe to the Know. Thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this update. Squarespace is your one-stop shop for establishing your own corner of the internet, whether you need a domain, a website, an online store. Whatever. It's super easy to get started. They've got a free trial so you can check out their different design templates. They've got 24/7 customer service, and they're an all-in-one platform, so there's nothing for you to install or patch or upgrade ever. You never have to deal with that stuff. It's so nice. We've actually used them in the past as well. We do have our own website, but we actually built our holiday gift guide on Squarespace. So I spent a lot of time with their templates and their tools and can confirm it's very straightforward. It's easy to understand, easy to use. But if you want to like dig in and really customize little details to get just right for what you want, you can do that. I have done it. If you've already got a domain, but you haven't done anything with it yet, you can transfer it over to Squarespace really easy as well, so you don't have to keep track of multiple vendors. And they'll even help you manage products, orders, and inventory if you're putting together an online store. You can try it out for free at squarespace.com. Then when you're ready to go, you can get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain by going to squarespace.com/theknow.